on the channel, I've always been fascinated by abandoned airfields. You know, Kai-Tak, Chicago Meigs, or whatever. There are so many airports that have been closed, and I wonder, like, why do airports close? Why do airports have to be shut down? And today we're gonna go onto another voyage to another closed and abandoned airfield here in the Swiss Alps here. We're very close to France land. We were here at the Bern region here of the Swiss Alps. Everybody, we can find an interesting airport here near Münster Airport, an old airbase called Ulrichen, very close to the small village of Ulrichen. This used to be an airbase in the 1970s with a pretty long 2,000 meter long runway that doesn't really exist anymore. Can you see these X's here? We can see the outlines of a go-kart track that was built on this old airstrip. Something that's actually very common to do with old airstrips. You know, you'd have races. A Subaru race took place recently. Something else that was done was strip this runway here. You could see how it was then replaced with a damn lake. Yes, they literally did that. The airport used to be this long here at the mouse cursor. Nowadays, it's been cut apart, and we can see only X's. Yes, here spawning in, we can see the remains of an old airport here. Let me not land in the water. Yeah, this runway you probably shouldn't land an airplane on. Or perhaps crash. Oh god, that's gone pretty wrong. We've got an interesting train track and an interesting river here on the side of it. But everybody, guess what? The Microsoft Flight Simulator luckily invites us onto a trip of time. Yes, we can go to the marketplace here. And here we find Ulrichen Airport, just like it was in the 1970s in the Harrier Hunter days back in the Swiss Army. We can buy it for €6. Back in time where Ulrichen Air Base used to be a thing. There's not really much information about it online. There's barely a Wikipedia page in German, which is very small. All we know is that it was once the highest military air base in the Alpine Mountains. We've got some videos here of this very interesting airport that has a lot of interesting quirks to it. So we have here Ulrichen Mill 1968 added in now. Let's go ahead and spawn into this interesting side of the ramp. And we can see here, wait, is there a taxiway crossing a river? Yes, everybody, this is a very quirky airport. Yes, everybody, we might have spawned into the wrong plane. We might try the F-18 later on, but check out this interesting hangar bunker here where normally a plane would be stored. And if we were in that F-18, we would have to now cross this wooden bridge that goes above a wild river and also across a railway. Yes, everybody, you can see a red light on right there. We are not allowed to cross the railway because there is actually a train coming in right now. Yes, there is actually a train added in here for this scenery as well. Yes, imagine this truly peculiar scene. A fast jet taxi to the runway and needs to stop at a railway crossing as the red light is flashing and wait until the slowest express train in the world, the famous Glacier Express, has cleared the crossing. Where is the damn Glacier Express? Hello, I'm waiting. Ah, there's a train. We have to wait for the train. Hold on, everybody. Can we just roll onto the runway? I mean, what will happen? That's like another thing. Come on, 737, nothing to be worried about. Don't be scared. Yes. Yes. Okay, everybody. We've totally done this very well, everybody. So we can now taxi onto this 2,000 meter long runway. Yes, this runway actually wasn't really short. Yes, of course, there are air bases with lots of shorter runways, but it's definitely not big in any way. Also, it's not very top secret. I mean, check out this village right next to this. But everybody, come on, let's maybe take off anyway here. This should be no issue at all. This is a very under-equipped airport. I mean, we're talking 1968 anyway. Come on now, take off here with the 737, nothing to be worried about. Now we are kind of above runway that would nowadays be a lake. Yes, I'm not quite sure why they did that. And what's interesting is that we have got another airport right here, the Münster Airport, which is actually still operative today. Yes, you could practically do the shortest flight in the world just by flying from one airport to the other. That's another great experiment. But everybody, let me highlight something else that was very unique about this Ulrichen military military base. Let's maybe for that switch to the F-18 here. That was also operated by the Swiss Air Force. Yes, Ocean had a spectacular canyon approach for which the pilot had to literally throw down his aircraft the steep flanks of the Minstinga Valley. We've got a video of it right here. Yeah, this airport was not easy to approach here as well. We have a pretty good video here from the scenery creator as well. You literally have to throw down your plane down the valley, and here is the runway. That is absolutely not easy. Great. All right, here we go. I mean, you could approach the airport this way. I'm not quite sure why they even did the mountain approach. I don't even know why there's these brackets here that, you know, are these approach guides that were supposed to help us in, but that's boring. We want to try this canyon approach indeed. All right, so let's do this indeed here, everybody. Welcome aboard the F-18. Let's put the flaps out. Let's put the landing gear out. Let's put everything out here and get ready for landing here. We're down the Münster village here. Okay. Oh, God, let's not crash. Okay, the air base is right there. Nice. Very safe approach indeed. Shut up with your friend. Stop requesting to be my friend. Ah, okay. Hold on. No! Okay, we need concentration now. You know, I can't imagine how cool this must have been back in the day. You know, being a pilot here in the armed forces and then flying your Hawker down the valley here. And we've got the airport. Let's go ahead and do a perfect landing. All right, there we go. Coming for a landing here. Ocean Airport. Let's do this. Okay. Yep. Oh, God. You're so much on the verge of literally stalling your plane out. I mean, luckily, we're met with a pretty long runway. 2,000 feet. Once again, that's pretty all right. We've got the Glacier Express crossing. Okay, there you go. That's pretty all right landing here. We can now stop on this relatively long runway. Nothing to be worried about, everybody. This is totally fine. But I'm wondering about this valley approach. I mean, doing this with an airliner definitely won't be that possible. You know, zooming past the canyon, that will definitely not work on the Boeing, right? I mean, we could try. All right, everybody. Unleash the 747. Okay, we've got Ocean Air Base right here. This is a kind of a downwind situation here. Landing gears coming down. Throw our plane down the valley. Oh, pull up all the way. Ah, we're stalling out. I tried going in with a bit of speed here. There's no way. Whoopsies. Yeah, no, the Air Force One couldn't have landed here. That's for sure. Right, I mean, let's maybe try the valley approach a little bit easier. All right, here, come on. Let's try this side of the approach here. This Münster little airport down here. Come on here now. Down the valley. Let's do this properly. Oh, pull up. Please don't die. Please stop dying. I'm pulling up all the way. There's no way the 747 is going to make this approach. Jesus, this thing has a bit of a turn radius. Not really suitable for a fighter jet airbase, perhaps. We could just straight in approach into this airport and probably stop without any issues, that's for sure. Yes, now outside view. Boom. That was not a butter landing at all. I just want to stop here, okay? All right, there we go. Nothing to be worried about. I don't know why my flying sucks completely today, but everybody, Ocean Air Base here, the mystery. Now, let's talk about, you know, the closing of this airport, which I'm actually not even sure about. I've literally got no answer to give. Me, there's not much articles about it online. We don't really know why exactly it was closed. It was closed in 1999. And I mean, that's probably due to understandable factors. You know, I just think that there was no need for this airbase, you know, after the Cold War anymore. This is way too small anyway. This can't be really kept top secret. This looks like a small little airfield here. You know, these hangars all do exist, hangar bunkers, whatever. But the runway, of course, again, has been partially stripped apart. But, you know, we just did the canyon approach. You know, this is not high-tech. And this airbase couldn't really be rebuilt as a high-tech airbase. You know, this is just too small of a space, I would suggest. And also, that runway is not even too long, considering we're at, you know, 4,000 feet above sea level. So everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We've got the express running down here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. Now, thank you very much to my highly supporting members like Jamie Ashton, Mike C, James Duram, Ragings, Met RLG, Matt Fan Z, Moritz, Bellhausen, Knots Enthusiast, Shadow, New York, Ryland Williams, Kelly Chaos, John O'Brien, and I'm addicted to Airbus A380s. Thank you.